Hey everybody, it's First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad. Just quick update on our rain, which is still falling, but some good news. It's beginning to slowly move out. So actually for the first time in a couple days, I could show you some good news. Our upper low is starting to do two things. It's moving a little bit, but I'm not going to promise you it's moving a whole bunch. It is drifting to the north, but what's more important, it's what we call filling in. Low pressure is like a valley in the atmosphere. So one way that it weakens, it actually, what we refer to it as filling up, is air filling it up and it becomes more stable pressure or higher pressure. And that's what's happening. That's what happens to a lot of cutoff lows and upper lows. If they don't move, they just have to sit there and weaken. So we're starting to see the axis of the low, which is probably up in here now, drift to the east, and some drier air is beginning to punch in. This is what we call the dry slot, which is wrapping around the backside. And it's starting to shut off the rain in northeast Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, but we still have pockets of heavy rain in North Carolina, and the heaviest stuff's moving up into parts of Virginia, West Virginia, where they're getting some pretty heavy rain again as well. So the problem is everything's saturated, so any rain that falls today is going to cause additional flooding concerns. And on that note, let's look at some of the totals that we have today. I'm going to turn on the observations here. Let me apply this. Let's see if we can get this to pop up. I'm going to turn on all of these. Why aren't they popping up? Let's see if we get pop. So this is the last 96 hours, so we're going to try to pop all these up. I'm going to shorten these down a little bit. Hopefully we can get this to pop up. So these were some of the totals that we've seen in the mountains and foothills. I showed this on my Facebook page earlier. Some of these amounts are near 12 inches. So we've seen some huge amounts of precipitation across the mountains and foothills. So let me filter these out a little bit more. What I've been trying to do, it won't let me filter them out at all anymore. So maybe let me turn them on and back on. I was going to show you all the totals out there, but we've had pretty much widespread 3 to 6 inches of rain across a big chunk of our area. And we're likely going to see a little bit more rain today. And any rain that falls over the next couple days, we'll have to watch for potentially more flooding. Let me show you the flash flood outlook for today. You could see the risk, widen out a little bit here, has kind of shifted to the east a little bit and up into parts, let me turn off the rain totals, up into parts of Virginia, West Virginia. As we go into tomorrow, you could see the threat is pretty much gone. So some good news there. Now, the other thing we're going to watch, though, in the next 24 hours, I'm going to go back to here, is that as the sun comes out and the upper low moves away, we might see some strong, maybe even some severe storms tomorrow. Though the threat is low, it's certainly something I'm going to keep an eye on. So let's look at the Futurecast as we kind of go out here into the future. So here's a look at our Futurecast, which is actually showing some good signs of this rain starting to drift off to the east as we go into the afternoon. We'll go to about 2 o'clock. We'll go to 5 o'clock in the evening. So much more broken up pattern of showers and storms. Not completely gone. We might even see the sun try to break out, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for that. As we go into Friday, though, a little bit drier pattern. We'll go through the overnight hours. Notice the rain, probably not as heavy tonight. Probably some fog, though, will be an issue tonight. You see that band of storms in eastern North Carolina. But let's go into tomorrow morning. You could see another slug of moisture coming in from the southwest. This is something to watch for tomorrow afternoon because likely what's going to happen, the upper low will be up here, but we'll have some sunshine. If we get some sunshine tomorrow and this little disturbance comes in, we're likely going to see some strong afternoon thunderstorms. And again, I'm talking afternoon. I'm going to go to about 2 o'clock. You can see the cluster entering the western part of the Carolinas. We'll go 3, 4, 5. So you could see a little cluster coming in right middle of the afternoon tomorrow and then moving east through tomorrow night. I'll widen this out because I want to show you how things are kind of getting a little bit better here going into Saturday. We'll wake up Saturday morning. Looks like a little bit of a break. And then we go into Saturday afternoon. And this is great. Look at this. This is 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And there's actually no rain showing up. Though I do think we will see a pop-up shower storm probably late in the day, especially in the mountains. And you could see that, a couple popping up here and there. But that's your typical summer pattern. That's nothing that I would be too worried about. But that's the kind of pattern going into the weekend. So good news, it looks like the end is in sight. The bad news is we still have some rain out there. And unfortunately, a lot of high water. So if you're out and about, please watch out for water on the roads. all the greenways, creeks, streams, and lakes are going to be bank full. So there could be potentially some debris in the water, a lot of fast moving currents. So as you get ready for the holiday weekend, please be safe out there. The waterways are going to be quite dangerous until some of these water levels subside by the end of the weekend.